If you think a fancy dinner means a $300 bottle of wine and a tasting menu with tiny bites, just wait. These restaurants make that look like fast food. Today, we're diving into the world of extreme fine dining, where a single meal can cost more than your monthly rent. We're talking about places like Sublimotion in Ibiza, where dinner starts at over $2,000 per person, or Masa in New York, where the sushi counter demands $950 before you even order a drink. This is where food meets luxury at the highest level, but it's not just about price, it's the experience. These spots are turning meals into once-in-a-lifetime events, often with world-renowned chefs, impossible-to-book tables, and wait lists that go on for years. Whether it's a 20-course molecular gastronomy journey or a dining room built inside an art installation, this is the top tier of edible indulgence. Let's dig in. First up, and it's the Le Louis XV restaurant inside the L'Hôtel de Paris in the center of Monaco. Le Louis XV is probably the most prestigious restaurant in Monaco and is inspired by the Riviera and La Dolce Vita. The dining room here is luxurious enough for Louis XV himself, with ornate plaster and scrollwork, an enormous vaulted painted ceiling, and everything brushed in gold. It's a slice of Versailles 950 km to the south. The 3 Michelin-starred Le Louis XV is run by chefs Dominique Laurie and Alain Ducasse, who have created a modern and contemporary menu. The menu has a specific modern signature, with fish from local fishers, herbs and vegetables from the hinterland, and intense bouillon. You don't just come to Le Louis XV for the food and the view. You also come for the food and wine pairings. The head sommelier Noël Bajor has designed a wine menu that reveals the extraordinary treasures stored in one of the finest wine cellars in the world, and the best regional products the Riviera has to offer. Second on the list, it's Sublimotion in Ibiza. Sublimotion has been created by Michelin-starred chef Paco Roncero and is an immersive, futuristic experience that costs up to $5,000 per person. But this isn't just a meal. It's a 20-course, multi-sensory journey. Guests dine inside a high-tech capsule where projections, music, and scent transform with every dish. One moment, you're in a blooming garden. The next, you're under the sea, tasting food inspired by ocean life. Every detail, from temperature and lighting to augmented reality visuals, is designed to enhance the flavor of each bite. The dishes themselves blend science and gastronomy, featuring molecular techniques and ingredients sourced from around the world. Sublimotion only seats 12 people at a time, making it one of the most exclusive dining experiences on Earth. For those who can afford it, this isn't just dinner, it's a journey into the future of fine dining. Third on our list, we are heading to the heart of Manhattan to uncover a dining experience that breaks every rule of traditional luxury. Welcome to Masa. At most high-end restaurants, you pay a premium to have endless choices. At Masa, you pay nearly $1,000 per person to surrender them completely. Helmed by the legendary chef Masa Takayama, this 3 Michelin-star sanctuary operates with absolutely no menu. Instead, guests submit to the chef's omakase, a meticulously choreographed tasting experience that transforms dinner into high-stakes performance art. But the real flex here is the invisible supply chain. Every single piece of fish, from the truffle-topped toro to the caviar-infused uni, is flown in fresh daily directly from Tokyo's Toyosu market to ensure absolute perfection. Inside, the aesthetic is pure Japanese minimalism. Calm, elegant, and entirely stripped of distraction. In fact, phones and photography are heavily discouraged. Why? Because Chef Masa demands total mindfulness. Every slice of the blade and every movement of the hand is deliberate. Dining at Masa isn't just about consuming world-class sushi, it's an exercise in supreme respect for the ingredient, for the ancient craft, and for the absolute silence that surrounds it. It is the undeniable pinnacle of Japanese dining in America. Fourth on our list, we are leaving the minimalist sushi counters of Manhattan and stepping into an institution that practically governs European haute cuisine. Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville in Crissier, Switzerland. Did you know there is a massive difference between a standard fine dining experience and a culinary empire built on absolute, uncompromising perfection? Originally elevated by the late, legendary chef Benoit Violier, this sanctuary of classical French technique continues its flawless legacy under Chef Frank Giovannini. When you are paying top-tier prices for a single dinner, you aren't just buying seasonal ingredients, you are buying decades of obsession. The menu is a masterclass in extreme craftsmanship, featuring delicacies like impossibly tender veal medallions, pristine wild turbot, and flawless duck foie gras. But the real hidden asset lies right beneath your feet. Every masterpiece is perfectly paired with rare vintages pulled from one of Europe's most heavily guarded, secretive, and impressive underground wine cellars. The dining room itself is remarkably serene, offering an intimate, almost theatrical experience where even the presentation feels like art in motion. Dining at Restaurant de l'Hôtel de Ville isn't just about consuming a meal. It is a celebration of culinary heritage, extreme technical skill, and a complete surrender to timeless, untouchable excellence. Fifth on the list, and we're staying in Europe but heading to Paris, France, and the Guy Savoy. The restaurant overlooks the Seine in Paris. Guy Savoy is a monument to French gastronomy. Chef Guy Savoy, a living legend in French cuisine, crafts each dish with precision and poetry. Signature plates include artichoke soup with black truffle, lobster with caviar, and a chocolate orb that melts under warm sauce. A visual and sensory delight. The ambiance is as luxurious as the food. Marble interiors, fine art, and impeccable service. Wine pairings draw from a cellar that holds some of France's rarest vintages. Dining here is pure Parisian elegance, where classical technique meets emotional storytelling. For those who believe food is art, Guy Savoy is its gallery. Sixth on our list, we remain in France. But we are leaving standard fine dining behind and stepping into actual royalty. Tucked inside the iconic Le Meurice Hotel in Paris, the 2 Michelin-starred Le Meurice Alain Ducasse doesn't just serve food, it serves an era. When you walk into the dining room, the decoy is the overwhelming opulence. Inspired by the Palace of Versailles, the space surrounds you with antique gilded mirrors, massive crystal chandeliers, and flawless marble floors. It is engineered to make you feel like a modern-day aristocrat. But the real masterpiece isn't the architecture, it's the philosophy on the plate. Crafted by culinary legend, Chef Alain Ducasse, the menu strips away pretentious complexity to celebrate absolute, aggressive simplicity. He elevates natural ingredients, like pristine blue lobster and black truffle chicken, into pure, theatrical fine art. At Le Meurice, you aren't just paying for an elegant dinner. You are paying for a timeless, deeply Parisian illusion. Seventh on the list, and we're heading to Asia, and Ultraviolet in Shanghai, China. Imagine dining inside a secret room where every wall, sound, and scent changes with each course. Welcome to Ultraviolet by Chef Paul Perret, a revolutionary restaurant in Shanghai for an unforgettable multi-sensory feast. The experience is limited to 10 guests per night. Once inside, diners are immersed in 360-degree projections, scent diffusions, and synchronized soundtracks that match each dish's theme. One course might transport you to a French countryside picnic, the next to the depths of the ocean. Every plate is edible storytelling, blending technology, psychology, and fine dining in perfect harmony. Ultraviolet has earned global acclaim for pushing the boundaries of what a restaurant can be. It's not just food, it's theater, science, and imagination combined into one of the most extraordinary dining experiences on the planet. Eighth on the list, and staying in Asia, we're headed to Kicho Arashiyama in Kyoto, Japan. In the tranquil hills of Kyoto lies Kicho Arashiyama, a restaurant where dining becomes a spiritual ritual. Kicho embodies the essence of Japanese kaiseki, a multi-course meal rooted in harmony, beauty, and seasonality. Chef Kunio Tokuoka, the third-generation master, continues his family's 90-year tradition of transforming simple ingredients into culinary poetry. Each dish is designed to reflect nature, from the arrangement of leaves to the handcrafted tableware. Expect delicacies like sea bream, sashimi, wagyu beef, and mountain vegetables served in an elegant tatami mat setting. Service is formal, yet deeply personal. with every gesture honoring centuries of Japanese hospitality. Dining at Kicho isn't about extravagance, it's about mindfulness, respect, and the fleeting beauty of a season captured in each bite. For many, it's the most authentic and soulful fine dining experience in Japan. Ninth on our list, we remain in Tokyo, Japan, but we are abandoning the high-rise views to step into the ultimate billionaire paradox, Aragawa. When you pay thousands of dollars for a steak dinner, you generally expect towering chandeliers, panoramic city views, and cuts of meat wrapped in edible gold leaf. But Aragawa offers the exact opposite. Hidden away in the unassuming basement of a standard Tokyo office building, this is one of the world's most discreet and staggeringly expensive steakhouses. Forget molecular gastronomy or theatrical dry ice presentations. Aragawa's entire philosophy is built on an almost militant commitment to simplicity and mastery. The undisputed star of the menu is the legendary Sanda Wagyu. Sourced exclusively from specially raised cattle in the Hyogo Prefecture, the beef is grilled to absolute perfection over custom white oak charcoal. But getting a taste of this perfection requires bypassing an incredibly tight bottleneck, as the restaurant strictly seats fewer than 20 guests at a time. The service is traditional, calm, and steeped in deep respect. Inside this windowless room, there is no flashy decor to distract you, just a quiet, intense reverence for the finest beef on the planet. Aragawa is the ultimate proof that at the highest levels of wealth, true luxury doesn't require a spectacle. It only requires absolute, undeniable perfection. 10th, and the final restaurant on the list. And we're heading to the Itha Undersea Restaurant in the Maldives. Dining 16 feet below the Indian Ocean, Itha is the world's first undersea restaurant. Located at the Conrad Maldives Rangali Island, it offers a once-in-a-lifetime meal. Guests dine beneath a clear, acrylic dome surrounded by marine life. Sharks, coral, and colorful fish floating around as you enjoy caviar-topped seafood or champagne lobster. The menu focuses on fine modern European cuisine, each course beautifully plated and complemented by panoramic ocean views. It's as if you're dining inside a living aquarium. Itha combines exotic beauty, fine cuisine, and the thrill of dining under the sea. It's not just a restaurant, it's an underwater dream come true. And there you have it. The 10 most expensive restaurants in the world. From underwater dining to sky-high sushi, these places prove that food can be more than a meal. It can be an experience that stirs your soul. So, which one would you love to try? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of the billionaire lifestyle.